Hey guys, welcome back to Eyecraftmc. In the last video, Gemalakis and I, and also Jonas Marriott, moved all of our things over here because we've decided we're going to live in this plains biome. And so today we're going to start work on our new house and also sort some other things out. You can see we have finished moving all of our items over here. And yeah, so we'll probably start by actually getting rid of this annoying pillager effect. If you look in the top right side of the screen, you'll see I have this effect here called Bad Omen, and basically that makes it so that if I ever go into a village in the next, I think, 2 hours, that the pillager raid will spawn. And although that would probably be a very fun video, and I will do that in the future, I do not have the supplies for that right now. So if you ever have that effect yourself, which comes from basically getting pillagers attack you, which kind of go in these small raids around a world, all you'll want to do is just drink some milk, and it'll remove it just like milk removes every other status effect. So yeah, we'll start with that. And then another thing is, you might see there's these beehives there and there, and I was thinking what better way to deal with those beehives than to make them into small honey farms. So the way to make a honey farm, or at least to make a beehive usable to harvest honey from, is to first make a campfire. If you're unfamiliar about how to make a campfire is made with logs, sticks, and coal. And the recipe is like this. So coal in the middle like that. Sticks around the middle. Or not around the middle, but around the coal. Sorry, I'm messing this up a little bit. And then logs on the bottom. It doesn't have to be jungle logs. It can be any log. So that makes campfires. And then once you have campfires, that makes it so that the bees will be docile, because smoke in real life and in Minecraft actually calms bees down. And so we'll put it under this hive. We'll just get rid of this flower. You want it directly beneath the hive, and then you can harvest it with either a bottle or shears. So we'll start with shears, I think, and that gives you 3 honeycomb. And if you do it with a bottle, it'll give you a honey bottle, and I think we'll probably harvest both of these with shears for now, because then we can make beehives later. But yeah, so we'll just put this under here. You can see there's some flowers around here for the bees to pollinate, so we'll put that under there. And then we'll just shear this. So normally, if I did not have that campfire under there, the bees would come out, sting me, and unfortunately would die because of that. So yeah. Anyway, so we're going to start with our house here. I think the first step we want to do is work on getting the pillars laid out, and also the main wall. So Gemalakis, if you want to lay out the main pillars, I'll show you how to do that real quick. Basically, what you want to do is you want to have pillars 3 blocks apart like that, and you want them to go 5 up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll jump down to this one, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you get hurt from all the falling, you can always grab some food in the chests. So there's that. And then I'm going to start working on the inside wall, which is going to be made out of spruce planks. So the inside wall goes from here, and it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then there's going to be yes, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's going to be a small break here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it should be the same 14 on both sides. Looks like it's getting to be bed real quick, so I'll probably just sleep real quick. But yeah, so that's 14 there. And again, this will be the same on this side too. So I'll do that in just 10 seconds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we'll just go to bed real quick here, since none of this is really lit up, so we don't want to have any mobs interrupting what we're doing. So we'll do that, and then yeah, we'll get 14 over here too. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And Gemalakis is going to put out all the pillars. And then yeah, basically we're just going to have a wall where this is laid out. Also here, this is going to go out this way. I should count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then here, 1, 2, 3, 3, that's incorrect. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we'll just basically do that on the other side and bridge, or not bridge, but instead build that up about 5 blocks tall. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's basically just going to be the main bit of the house that yeah, is going to be outlined by these pillars, and you'll see what those will be for in a bit here. So then we'll just go around the house building this up like this. I always tend to build walls up by 3s since it seems to me to be the quickest way of doing so. And it looks like that chicken is interested in what we're doing. And if you want to know where Tim and the dogs are, there's the dogs, and I think Tim's under there eating some grass he found. But yeah, so this basically just goes 3 up. I've just found building up 3 is the quickest and seems to work the best. And then over here, again, 1, 2, 3, and we'll just do all these corners like that, and then I'll go up 1 more on all the corners too, because the corners will be 5 high and not 4 high. So it'll be the 1 we laid at the bottom, the 3 in the middle, and then the 1 at the top. And let me just get some food here real quick, don't want to run low on that. And you can see in my inventory right here, 6 honeycomb because we got 3 from each hive. So yeah, the bees are quite interesting because 3 honeycomb will actually allow you to make a beehive. And to make a beehive is just 3 honeycomb and 6 planks of some sort, any sort you want. And that's just a secondary home for the bees in case you have more bees than for those naturally spawning hives. And beehives basically spawn in almost every biome that you think they would. They won't spawn in, you know, like an icy biome or something like that. But other than that, yeah, they basically spawn pretty well anywhere there. And yeah, they especially like flower forests and sunflower fields. But yeah, especially flower forests. I think 1 in 20 trees will spawn with a bee in those biomes, which makes them extremely common there. Yeah, it's good to see the house is already starting to take some sort of shape, and of course this is just the first step in many. But yeah, it's quite a cool design, a bit of an old rustic design with some large roof boughs and things like that, so it should look quite good. Or maybe awnings is the right word, I'm not sure. But yeah, and so we'll just finish up all this. There'll probably be some windows in these walls too, but I think it's probably better to put in the windows later because just kind of easier to build with like a large shape and then kind of refining it down to the shape that you want to build to is what I've always found is the best thing to do. Because then you kind of start with the simple and yet expansive parts of the build and then refine down into the smaller details. So we'll just throw this up here, and yeah, those pillars should be pretty well along the whole edge of the place and should really just yeah, outline it, make it look kind of supported and quite good. So you can see all that Gemmalocus has been doing here. She's been doing a very good job. And yeah, so we'll just keep filling this in. I think that should be the last of these corners. And yeah, so once this is all filled up, then I'll finish with the pillars with Gemmalocus, and then we're going to go on to making the floor for this floor. There's probably going to be 3 floors in the house, but more of 2 floors and an attic type idea. So just going to see Gemma's almost done with that, so I'll start working on the pillars on this side so you can see how to do them. So I'm using diorite, and I'm of course turning that into polished diorite, which to me sort of has a bit of a marbly look. And I think that should look quite fancy for this build. I know a lot of people don't really like diorite, but I find it quite a useful building block. So we'll just throw that up there. And yeah, basically it's a pillar, 3 in between, and then a pillar that's 5 blocks tall. And I'm probably going to get hurt quite a few times here, but I'm glad I have a good amount of baked potatoes on me. And we are going to rebuild all of our farms and a new doghouse for Spark and Fern and stuff like that in future episodes too. Don't worry about that. We'll definitely have everything we had in our old houses here too. Yeah, I'm thinking this house will probably not encapsulate our farms, but other than that it'll have, you know, the brewing area, the enchanting area, probably a fireplace, a kitchen, a storage room, probably a basement eventually, but for now I probably won't be building that till a little bit later. And yeah, it's actually surprising how much falling down off these things hurts you. I think if I had feather falling, it'd be quite a bit better. Yeah, if you want to just keep filling those out, Gemmalocus. Just gonna eat some food here. Yeah, it's always good if you're building in this way of kind of dropping down to bring a good amount of food, or you're gonna run out of health quite quickly, which is of course not a good thing. So once these are laid out, then we're gonna start working on the floor. And for the floor, it's going to be birch. And a trick I always use when I'm using birch is to turn it, if it's a floor, or actually for any material that's wood actually, to turn it into slabs. Because, so if you see how many planks I have right now, that's about 3 stacks. But if I turn it into slabs, and you can see here the recipe is like that, just 3 in a row. So for one recipe, which is 3, it gives you 6. So it's like you're cutting them all in half. And although, you know, that might not be optimal for something like a wall, that would look quite silly. For something like, you know, these floors, it's really useful because instead of having to, you know, have full blocks, you can actually just have half blocks, and it looks pretty well as good. So if we just fill that in, that should look quite good. I'll show you here. And once you're done with those pillars there, Gemmalocus, you can come over here and work on this too if you like. So yeah, you can kind of see where I was filling in some area here. But yeah, so we're just going to kind of put it on the top half of the block like that. And so they're a little bit tricky to build with. You just want to make sure you're looking at the top half of the block, or you'll go like that. But yeah, it doesn't matter too much. And of course, mobs can't spawn in that little kind of half block little crawl space down there, although it's probably a lot smaller than a crawl space, really. So yeah, we'll just fill all that in. And yeah, I think birch is just a good flooring because first of all, it's quite light looking, so it should make the house seem more spacious, although it is going to be spacious already. What's also good about birch is that there's actually quite a bit of around here, so it should be quite easy to do. And if you want Gemmalocus, we can just break all this dirt here and then just put that away in one of the chests. So yeah, I'll probably start, I guess, by getting rid of a lot of this dirt, and then we'll probably fill that up with the birch planks, or the birch plank slabs, I suppose. Or I think, are they just called birch slabs? Birch slabs, yeah. Interesting how they call them just birch slabs when the full block is called birch planks, but I guess there's no real slabs for any other birch items, so it doesn't really make sense that be like that. And I actually think I have a diamond shovel with efficiency 2, so although that wouldn't be insta-mining, I do think I have one of those. I should use that as soon as this one's broken, right there. So I'll just grab that real quick. Let's see what we have here. I think it's in this chest. It looks like it's here. Here it is. Perfect. And so we'll just use this over here. That should definitely make things faster. Yeah, there you go. It's funny though, I found, you know, once you get to a level like, let's say, efficiency 4 when the blocks are mined instantly, it seems to be a lot quicker than, you know, just, let's say, iron to diamond. Like, this is certainly faster, but I wouldn't say it's anywhere near as fast as a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 2 is compared to efficiency 4. Oh, it looks like you got trapped under there, Gemma. You can, there you go. Oops. Alright. Yeah, so we'll just get rid of all this. And, yeah, you can just even see by how much floor we're having to get rid of, or how much grass we're having to get rid of, that this is definitely going to be a very large house, and really looking forward to having a lot of interesting rooms and displays, and maybe some paintings, maybe a few secret passageways. I'm not exactly sure what I'll have for the interior, but I think there's a lot of good things to do. I think you're out of a shovel, Gemmalocus, aren't you? Oh no, you do have a shovel. You're good. Okay. So we'll just dig all this, and then yeah, we'll just have to throw in some slabs. Probably go... This section should be good enough to work on for now. So we'll just throw in the slabs like that. And yeah, again, like, of course it is difficult. You'll sometimes do stuff like this, but to me, birch wood isn't a super easy wood to get, because although there's, you know, birch forests, things like that, birch trees are kind of small, so it can be quite difficult to get large quantities of it. But I would say, in my opinion, it's probably the best looking wood for a flooring, just because it's so kind of looks like it's polished, and it's very light, so you always want a lot of, I think it's called negative space. I'm not exactly sure the terminology of that, but when you have a lot of open space that may not be very large, but it really opens up a room. So yeah, I think I'll probably have this birch slab in all the rooms, although if we do have a fireplace room in the downstairs, we probably will not use the birch slab, since I wouldn't want the whole house to go up in flames, since most of this house is going to be made out of wood. So yeah, I'll definitely have to replace that, but yeah, we can always just replace that after. I'll probably just fill this in all with birch first, and of course whatever amount of this floor we can't fill in here, we'll fill in between videos. Yeah, so also because of there's that small space there, although you can't actually see it when you're above here because it's all filled in. It's about to be bedtime there, Gemmalocus, so yeah, we'll just fill all this in. And yeah, I'm thinking I might have a room in my house for the dogs, or I might have them have their own house. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided, but either way, I'm sure they'll be happy with a cool place to be. It looks like it's about bedtime. Perfect. There we go. All right, and I'll definitely be moving that nether portal once the house is built, but just for now, I'm not sure where I want my nether portal room to be, so I do want a nether portal room, though. I think it'll be cool to have a room with a nether portal in it, because then you can just kind of, you know, keep things like the zombified piglins that come out of it not going into your whole house. You can kind of maybe fence it off, or have like an iron door or something. And there's also a big cave underneath here, and I was thinking I might end up having a basement in the cave, although I'm not sure how much room there'll be for that, so I'll have to check that out later. Yeah, so I think there'll be some birch planks here too, just in this little section here. And yeah, eventually when the design's done, there'll be some cool, like, kind of triangular looking roof pieces here with the attics in those, so that should look quite cool, but we probably won't get to that today. In fact, I know we won't. But yeah, you can even just see by how much I've already placed down that, and with how much I have left, about 3 stacks, that it really is a yeah, much more efficient way of doing this. And yeah, I have done in the past, you know, checkerboard designs, things like that, and I might do that for the kitchen, but I think there's something really cool too about just, you know, a floor that's made out of just one material. And I think it just makes things, you know, you're not really going into house and looking at the floor like, oh my goodness, look at this floor. You know, you're kind of in the house to enjoy, you know, the furniture and the, you know, maybe things like that. So yeah, probably just have the floor and the roof be quite simple. And the other good thing about slabs, then you can have the floor and the roof take up less room. So from the first floor to second floor, there's a lot less wasted space there. So I'll just fill this up here. Excuse me there. Yeah, I'll just fill this up and yeah, just get this all filled in. And what's cool too is because of the layer that we're at, so like when we put a block there by accidentally like this, it won't actually break both blocks because they're not in the same kind of block space. It's kind of funny how slabs work like that. And an interesting fact is that I'm not sure why you can't do this, but you can't actually have 2 different types of slabs in the same block. So if I wanted to place, let's say, like a cobblestone slab down there, it wouldn't actually let me. I'm not sure why. Maybe something because it would be, you know, one tool to break the wood quickly and one tool to break the cobblestone quickly. That would probably be it, I guess. But yeah, it would be definitely a cool feature to have. So we'll just fill all this in. And yeah, it definitely is a little bit slower with these, but yeah. I also don't know if slabs burn quite as well because just the way they are. I don't even know if they burn at all. I think they do burn. I just don't think they burn as much, which is quite good, because then if there ever is a fire, which I really hope there isn't, it won't be as much of a problem to deal with. So yeah, looks like Gemma's working there. Probably start mining over here, get this corner done. And yeah, I just think, yeah, birch is just a really nice material. I was thinking of doing some birch logs in this design actually, but again, because birch is something that's not super easy to get, I probably won't do that. And I mean, again, like these planks here might have looked a little bit better with logs, but I think they do look still quite good with the planks. And there's something kind of classic in Minecraft about building with planks, you know. I feel like, you know, you can always make builds better by adding, you know, all these different decorations, but I think there's something still quite cool about just a plain and simple type of approach with just basic materials and complicated shapes, but just not in kind of complicated arrays of maybe 50 different blocks in your building palette. And yeah, the building palette for this is honestly just diorite, spruce, birch, and oak, I think. So maybe with a few, you know, windows, lanterns, torches, things like that, of course, but for the main blocks, it'll just be those. And I was thinking of actually doing white glass for these windows, because the cool thing about white glass is that you can't actually, it's not actually as like, so basically what it is on normal glass, the edges of the glass block are not see-through, which makes it so that you can't actually see out of the 100% of the block surface, whereas with white glass, green glass, actually any of the colored glasses, you can see through even the edge block. So although there isn't that like perfectly clear look, you can actually see through it quite a bit better. And if it's just one layer, you know, just one pane or one glass block, it really doesn't affect too much how the overall look is. I'll just get that plank back, don't want to waste anything. Yeah, if we ever do end up doing a basement too, there'll be this extra half slab, excuse me, of space, which is going to be quite nice. Same with the roof, of course. I'll have to get some more slabs there. It looks like we have about half done, maybe not quite, but almost. Yeah, and it looks like I've barely even used up my birch log supply, so I'll just throw these birch logs in here, and I guess I'll just use the crafting recipe for this. No point not doing that, since you've already seen that. Alright, there we go. I think it almost filled me up there. That should be good for now. And I'll probably have to throw my my dirt away for now. I wasn't actually thinking that how much dirt I'd have from all this, but yeah, I guess for every slab I place down, there'll be one dirt block. So I guess that's interesting there. And yeah, I'll probably end up using the dirt for maybe getting some land a little bit more flat, and in other places where it's a little bit lower. The level that this house is actually at, if I show you here on the XYZ, is 71, and although that is a bit high, I would say, I feel like, you know, if I go too low, I've had situations where I'll build a house in a quite low position, and it ends up being that you get so many dirt blocks by having to mine down so much stuff that it just becomes a burden, whereas here, I think 71 is a good balance of not being too high or too low, and besides, it was where the flat land was generated already, so probably wasn't too much of a actual process in that. But yeah, there's definitely enough room here for the house, and hopefully I'll flatten a lot of stuff out to this level too, but I don't want to like flatten everything to the same level. I think that kind of makes things just a little bit boring, so I'll just get everything in front of this portal done. And it's a good thing that sparks don't come off the portal. I could see that happening, but I'm glad that that doesn't happen, or I definitely have to have this portal in a separate room. But yeah, so just get this little bit down here done. Guess I'll just go around the portal, or I'll probably go under it too for now, yeah, because when I get rid of the portal, I definitely don't want to see large gaping holes of dirt, so that probably isn't the best thing. Yeah, so we'll just get all this dug up, and yeah, thank you for helping me, Gemmalocus, you're definitely helping. And yeah, down here is the cave. I'll show you that real quick, actually. It just goes down here, and then under here, I just torch this up between videos. There's really nothing under here. There's a few zombies over here, but I'm not going to fool with them right now. But yeah, you can see it's really quite open, and if you see what level I'm on level 59 here. You can actually hear Gemma working up there, so really right above there is the house. So I could have this big open place be quite a big basement if I wanted to. So I'll probably do that later on, or I might just kind of use it as a pre-mined out space for what the basement will be if it's a bit larger. And I want to have a lot of stuff in the main floors, although I might also have something like maybe, I don't know, like a nether portal in the basement, I'm not sure. I kind of want to have like the more special things in the main part of the house though, since I don't want to kind of have everything in the basement, you know. So I'll just keep getting rid of all this material. I guess I was over here. Just going around the portal. Guess I'll go under the crafting table too, get all that done. And yeah, it just kind of makes a little bit more sense too. It looks kind of like a plank size on these. So yeah, we'll just get rid of this. And yeah, I think a doghouse actually inside the house might be good, since there's going to be a lot of room inside this house, and I certainly don't want to have 50 rooms I don't have a purpose for. That wouldn't be useful at all, I don't think. So, and yeah, so I'll just fill all this in, get all that like that, and yeah, this should work quite well. I might even end up moving some of those beehives inside the house, but for now I can't because I don't actually have any silk touch. I'm on level 32, but because I don't know where I want my enchantment area to be, I haven't set that up yet, since because I don't have the silk touch, I can't actually break the bookshelves without getting rid of the wood around them, and I don't really want to waste a whole bunch of wood for just trying out 1 or 2 enchantments, so I'll probably just place those down. Probably in the roof would make the most sense for the enchantment area, but I might do it on the basement floor too. It just depends on how much room I have left. So I'll just fill in this bit here, and that should be almost done there. I guess we just have to go around, just around this bit here, almost done. I'm glad we got it almost all done in one video, which is really good. So yeah, we'll just fill in around here, and yeah, just get that like that. It should make a good entrance here, and get that all around there. Oh, that's wrong. I'll fill all that in, and then yeah. Anyway, we'll probably finish the rest of this off video, but yeah, I'd just like to thank you for watching the video. There's Gemmalocus working hard. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and like the video if you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!